English podcast.
From Learn English with Joy. Hey everyone, welcome back to Learn English with Joy. Today, we're starting a super exciting journey where we'll introduce you to 50 common English phrases that native speakers use in everyday conversations. This is going to be a great opportunity for you to get familiar with phrases that will help you speak English more naturally and sound more fluent.
Exactly, Emily. And you might be wondering, why are phrases so important? Well, phrases are an essential part of the English language because they not only help you speak naturally like a native, but also help you understand the context in real-life conversations. When you learn phrases, you'll know how to use phrases that native speakers commonly use, making your communication smoother and less stiff.
Right, Chris. Imagine this. If you only learn individual words, sometimes it's hard to express your ideas vividly. But when you know phrases like break the ice, hit the nail on the head, or a piece of cake, everything becomes so much easier in conversation. Phrases make your speech not just clearer, but also more engaging, making it easier for the person you're talking to understand and feel more comfortable.
Exactly. And that's why, in today's podcast, we're going to explore how to use phrases in everyday life. You'll learn how to apply these phrases at work, in casual conversations with friends, when traveling, or even in social chats. These phrases will help you feel more confident when speaking with native speakers, because you'll see how natural and effortless English can become once you start using them.
That's right, Chris. In this episode, we're going to divide the phrases into easy-to-understand groups: daily communication, workplace, traveling, and social conversations. Each group will cover phrases specific to those situations, making sure you know exactly when and how to use them. Don't worry if you don't know all the phrases yet. We'll explain each one in detail and give you real-life examples so you can start using them right away.
So, get ready to discover, learn, and practice with us. We're excited to have you with us on this journey. To get started, grab a cup of tea, sit back, and let's start learning together with English in comfort.
Let's dive in, Chris. We're about to get familiar with some great phrases together.
Yes, Emily. The first one is break the ice. This idiom means to make people feel more comfortable, especially when you're meeting them for the first time.
Exactly, Chris. It's like starting a conversation in a way that eases any awkwardness. For example, I used a joke to break the ice at the party. You can use this phrase in events like networking, parties, or when you meet someone new.
It's a perfect way to get things started and create a more relaxed atmosphere. Now let's move on to our next idiom, hit the nail on the head.
This one means to say something exactly right or to identify the exact issue. For example, you hit the nail on the head with that suggestion. It's perfect for when someone makes a spot-on comment, especially during meetings or discussions. Chris, exactly. It's a great way to acknowledge someone's accuracy or a perfectly timed observation. Next up, we have let the cat out of the bag.
This idiom means to accidentally reveal a secret. For example, I accidentally let the cat out of the bag about the surprise party. It's used when someone unknowingly reveals something they weren't supposed to.
It happens to the best of us, right? It's all about those little slip-ups in conversations.
Now, let's talk about burn the midnight oil.
This means working late into the night, usually to finish something important. For example, I had to burn the midnight oil to finish my project. It's something you'd say when you're staying up late to meet a deadline.
Yep, it's all about that extra push to get things done when time is running out.
And finally, a piece of cake.
This one is all about something being very easy to do. For example, that test was a piece of cake. It's used to describe tasks or activities that are very simple.
I think we can all agree that everyone loves a piece of cake, whether it's a literal cake or a simple task. I think we can all agree that everyone loves a piece of cake, whether it's a literal cake or a simple task. Now, let's move on to take it with a grain of salt.
This means not to fully believe something, to be skeptical or cautious about it. For example, I take everything he says with a grain of salt. It's perfect for situations where the information might not be 100% accurate or reliable.
Exactly. It's about staying cautious when you hear things that may not be true.
Next up is on the go.
This means being constantly busy or moving around. For example, I've been on the go all day. It's used when you're juggling multiple tasks or just constantly active.
I think we can all relate to this. Life can get really busy sometimes.
Moving on to hang in there.
This one's all about encouraging someone to stay strong and keep going, especially when things are tough. For example, I know it's tough, but hang in there. It's used to show support during challenging times.
It's a great phrase to cheer someone up when they feel like giving up. Chris. And finally, we have go the extra mile. This means doing more than what's required or expected. For example, he always goes the extra mile to help his team. It's when you put in extra effort to achieve great results.
Such a positive way to show dedication and commitment. Such a positive way to show dedication and commitment. Now, let's talk about a blessing in disguise.
This idiom refers to something that initially seems bad or unfortunate, but ends up being good or beneficial in the end. For example, losing my job was a blessing in disguise. At first, it seemed like a setback, but it led me to a better opportunity.
It's all about finding the silver lining in difficult situations.
Next, we have break a leg.
This one is often used to wish someone good luck, especially before a big event like a performance, exam, or interview. For example, good luck on your performance tonight, break a leg. It's a fun and encouraging way to show support.
Perfect for sending positive vibes before something important.
Now let's talk about call it a day.
This means to stop working or end your day. For example, after 8 hours of work, I think I'll call it a day. You say this when you're ready to stop working because you've completed your tasks or you're simply too tired.
It's a great way to signal that you're done for the day and ready to relax.
Moving on to under the weather.
This one means you're not feeling well. For example, I'm feeling a bit under the weather today, so I'll stay home. It's a polite way to say that you're sick or not in your best health.
Perfect for letting others know you're not feeling great without going into too much detail.
And finally, we have jump the gun.
This means doing something too early or rushing into something without enough preparation. For example, I jumped the gun and started the project without waiting for approval. It's used when someone acts before the right time or without all the necessary information.
It's a reminder to take your time and not rush into things too quickly. It's a reminder to take your time and not rush into things too quickly. Now, let's look at cry over spilled milk.
This idiom means to regret something that cannot be changed. For example, there's no point in crying over spilled milk. Let's just move on. It's a great reminder to stop dwelling on mistakes or situations that can't be fixed and focus on what you can control.
Exactly. It's about accepting things as they are and not wasting energy on regret.
Next, we have the ball is in your court.
This means that the next decision or action is up to you. For example, I've done my part, now the ball is in your court. It's commonly used when you've done everything you can, and now it's someone else's turn to act.
It's a way of saying, now it's your move.
Now, let's talk about hit the sack.
This idiom means to go to bed. For example, I'm so tired, I'm going to hit the sack early tonight. It's a casual way of saying you're ready to sleep after a long day.
Perfect for when you're really tired and need to get some rest.
And finally, we have keep an eye on.
This means to watch or supervise something carefully. For example, can you keep an eye on the kids while I run to the store? It's used when you want someone to pay attention to something or make sure it doesn't get out of hand.
It's a great way to ask someone to stay alert and be responsible for something. It's a great way to ask someone to stay alert and be responsible for something. Now, let's look at let sleeping dogs lie.
This idiom means not to bring up past issues that have already been resolved or forgotten. For example, let's not talk about the argument from last week. let sleeping dogs lie. It's used when you want to avoid revisiting old problems or arguments.
It's all about letting go of things that can't be changed and avoiding unnecessary conflict.
Next up, we have pull someone's leg.
This idiom means to tease or joke with someone. For example, "Are you serious or just pulling my leg?" It's a fun way to ask if someone is joking or telling a tall tale.
Perfect for those moments when you want to check if someone is just having a bit of fun with you.
Exactly. Now that you've learned some amazing phrases, the next step is to practice them regularly. The best way to make sure these phrases stick is by using them in real-life situations. Don't just learn them passively, apply them actively, whether it's with friends, family, co-workers, or even while traveling.
That's right, Emily. You can start by incorporating them into casual conversations. For example, when you're chatting with your friends, try using phrases like a piece of cake to describe something easy or hang in there to encourage someone who's feeling stressed. It's a great way to make your conversations sound more natural.
And it doesn't have to be a formal setting. You can even use these phrases in text messages or social media posts. If you're out with friends and you're doing something really easy, you can say, "That was a piece of cake." Or if you're encouraging a friend, "Hang in there, the weekend's almost here."
Absolutely. And let's not forget about using them at work. Whether you're having a meeting, collaborating on a project, or giving feedback, you can use phrases like hit the nail on the head to acknowledge someone's accurate point, or go the extra mile to compliment someone for their extra effort.
Exactly, Chris. It's also important to use phrases when you're traveling. For instance, if you're in a foreign country and something doesn't go as planned, you could say, "Well, that was a blessing in disguise." Or if you're feeling overwhelmed with your travel schedule, you might say, "I've been on the go all day."
Great point, Emily. So, the key takeaway here is that the more you use phrases in real situations, the more comfortable you'll get with them. But I understand that it might feel a little challenging at first. So let's talk about how to make it easier for you.
A really effective way to practice is by creating imaginary conversations. Pretend you're having a conversation with a friend or a colleague and try to use as many phrases as possible in that dialogue. This allows you to practice without the pressure of a real conversation, but it's still valuable in getting you comfortable with how and when to use them.
That's a great idea. You can even make it fun by writing down scenarios where you'd use specific phrases. For example, imagine you're explaining your day to a friend and you use phrases like burn the midnight oil or call it a day. Try to include as many phrases as possible in a short conversation. You could even do this out loud, like you're rehearsing for a play.
Another fantastic way to practice is by joining group activities or language exchange sessions. These could be online or in person, and they're perfect for practicing phrases with others who are learning English too. You can role-play different situations, like a job interview or meeting new people, where you're encouraged to use the phrases you've learned.
Language exchange groups are amazing because they provide a supportive space for you to test out what you've learned in a real conversational setting. You can also ask for feedback from others, which is really helpful in improving your confidence.
And let's not forget about using English learning apps. Many of them have specific exercises or conversations focused on phrases. You can practice these phrases by completing exercises, listening to example dialogues, and even recording yourself using the phrases to ensure you're pronouncing them correctly.
Another thing you can do is to keep a vocabulary notebook. Write down your favorite phrases and use them in sentences or short stories. Whenever you come across a new idiom, jot it down and make a habit of reviewing it daily.
That's such a great tip, Chris. It's important to reinforce what you learn daily, even if it's just reviewing 2 to 3 phrases a day. The more you write, say, and think about them, the more likely they will stick with you.
Exactly. And don't be afraid of making mistakes. The key is consistent practice. So, even if you don't use an idiom perfectly the first time, keep going. Over time, your confidence will grow, and you'll naturally start incorporating phrases into your speech.
Yes, it's all about building a habit. Start small, but make sure you're using phrases regularly. Whether you're chatting with a friend, at work, or even practicing on your own, these small steps will lead to bigger improvements.
And remember, learning is a journey. Take it one idiom at a time and celebrate your progress. You'll be amazed at how much more natural and fluent your English will sound once you start using these phrases regularly.
Absolutely. So don't wait any longer. Start practicing today. And remember, consistency is key. By adding just one new idiom to your vocabulary each week, you'll notice how quickly your confidence grows.
That's right, Emily. And now it's time to reinforce what we've learned with a quick quiz. This will help you remember and apply the phrases we've gone over. So let's make sure we've got them all down.
Exactly. We're going to walk you through a series of questions where you'll need to recall the meaning of each idiom and practice using them in sentences. Don't worry, this is just for fun, and it'll help you feel more confident using these phrases in real conversations.
So, let's get started. Remember, this is your chance to test your knowledge and make sure you're ready to use these phrases naturally. I'll say an idiom and Emily will give you an example. Then you'll repeat it with us and we'll ask you a question about it.
All right, let's kick things off with hit the nail on the head.
Can you say it with me? Hit the nail on the head.
Great. Now here's how to use it in a sentence. You hit the nail on the head with that suggestion. This means that the person made a very accurate or correct comment.
Now let's see if you remember the meaning. Here's your question.
What does hit the nail on the head mean? A. To make a mistake. B. To say something exactly right. C. To hit someone's hand.
Take a moment and when you're ready, answer out loud. The correct answer is B. To say something exactly right. Well done if you got that.
Next up, we have let the cat out of the bag.
Say it with us. Let the cat out of the bag.
Here's an example. I accidentally let the cat out of the bag about the surprise party. This means that you revealed a secret by mistake.
Now, your turn. Here's the question.
What does let the cat out of the bag mean? A. To tell a secret. B. To make a joke. C. To leave something in a bag.
Give it a try. The correct answer is A. To tell a secret. Great job if you got it right.
All right, now let's move to burn the midnight oil.
Repeat after us. Burn the midnight oil.
This one means to stay up late working on something. For example, I had to burn the midnight oil to finish my project.
And here's your question.
What does burn the midnight oil mean? A. To work late into the night. B. To relax and watch TV. C. To eat a midnight snack.
The correct answer is A. To work late into the night. Excellent.
Let's continue with a piece of cake.
Say it with me. A piece of cake.
If something is a piece of cake, it means it's very easy. For example, that test was a piece of cake.
Now, let's test your memory. Here's the question.
What does a piece of cake mean? A. A difficult task. B. A very easy task. C. A type of dessert.
Take a guess. The correct answer is B. A very easy task. Well done. Emily. Next we have take it with a grain of salt. Say it with me. Take it with a grain of salt.
This one means to be skeptical or doubtful about something. For example, I take everything he says with a grain of salt.
Here's your question.
What does take it with a grain of salt mean? A. To believe something fully. B. To be skeptical or doubtful. C. To enjoy something.
The correct answer is B. To be skeptical or doubtful. Nice job.
Now let's look at on the go.
Repeat after me. On the go.
This means being very busy or always moving. For example, I've been on the go all day.
Here's the question.
What does on the go mean? A. To relax at home. B. To be constantly busy. C. To walk slowly.
The correct answer is B. To be constantly busy. Well done.
Next, we have hang in there.
Say it with us. Hang in there.
This idiom is used to encourage someone to stay strong and keep going. For example, I know it's tough, but hang in there.
Your question is,
What does hang in there mean? A. To give up. B. To stay strong. C. To leave a situation.
the correct answer is B. To stay strong. Great work.
Now let's finish up with go the extra mile.
Say it with us. Go the extra mile.
This means to do more than what is expected. For example, he always goes the extra mile to help his team.
Here's your last question.
What does go the extra mile mean? A. To do the bare minimum. B. To do extra work to help someone. C. To take a break.
The correct answer is B. To do extra work to help someone. You did amazing.
Great job, everyone. You've just completed the quiz. Now you're even more prepared to use these phrases in your daily conversations.
That's right. You've learned so much today, and I hope you're feeling a little more confident. Remember, learning a language isn't about being perfect. It's about making progress every day. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. Mistakes are part of the journey, and they help you grow.
Exactly, Chris. And as J.K. Rowling once said, it is our choices that show what we truly are, far more than our abilities. So keep choosing to learn, keep choosing to grow, and keep choosing to practice. Every little step you take today will bring you closer to speaking English with confidence tomorrow.
I love that quote. It's a great reminder that it's not about being perfect. It's about showing up every day and doing your best. And today, you've made a big step forward.
So, here's your challenge for today. Take a moment to say one sentence in English. It could be anything, maybe something you learned today or just something simple. It doesn't matter how small the sentence is. The important thing is that you're speaking and practicing.
Exactly, Emily. Don't worry about making it perfect. Just speak and have fun with it. You're doing great, and every little bit counts.
Thank you for joining us today. We're so proud of your progress. Keep practicing, keep speaking, and remember, consistency is key. We'll see you next time.
Take care and keep up the great work. You've got this.